Ludgar, do you know why Marksburg was built? Correct. Although it was meant to do more than just physically link the two nations. This city serves as a figurative bridge as well, linking cultures and ideologies. You could say that Marksburg is the beginning of a new era of international relations.
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Just some recent history.
Can I join in? I don't want to mess up the next pop quiz.
Of course you can, Elise. You're my star pupil after all. All the way back to when, precisely? A few weeks ago?
Rowen is always quizzing us to make sure we don't fall behind in school. What's our next quiz question, Mr. Ilbert?
I bet it's about recent Olympia's history.
Fine, then. Here's your question. Who uttered the famous quote that begins with, "May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth"? It's a saying that has made a deep impression on me.
DODA here. We've detected a new fractured dimension. The rift is in Marksburg. Please check the coordinates.
More work, perhaps?
Can you handle this yourself?
The relationship between the nations would be the least of our concerns if we ignored the fractured dimensions.
I couldn't study anymore either.
Very well, then. Ludgar, we will be accompanying you.
We'll show him what Rhizamaxians are made of. Hey, how'd you like it if I tugged your head?
It doesn't hurt. You're just her talking dummy.
I am not a dummy, dummy!
The first order of business is tracking down the divergence catalyst.
Let's go.
You're a shoo-in to win the election, Chancellor Marcia.
You got our votes!
Thank you.
Hey, I recognize her.
Chancellor Marcia of Olympias.
Hey, it's not every day you get to see a Chancellor.
She seems to be a politician in this dimension as well.
It's an honor to meet you, Chancellor. Please, I insist you accept these Olympian treats.
I am most grateful for the sentiment, but I'm afraid I can't.
Oh, I insist, Chancellor. Nothing like some good food to keep your mind sharp. Let's show those Rhizamaxians what we're made of.
Hear, hear! It's time to let them know who's really on top!
I hate this kind of stuff. Why can't we all just get along?
Things aren't that simple, especially when you're dealing with entire nations of people. I wonder how she'll handle this.
In that case, you would honor me by enjoying such fine produce with your own family.
Are you sure?
Thank you for your support, but it is not just Olympias that must prosper. I seek widespread joy for all.
Joys begat from misfortunes afar bring the brittlest of blessings. Widespread joy is a greater joy for all.
Oh.
May joys from afar beget joys close to the hearth, and carry those joys far afield. For the act of spreading joy is the greatest joy of all.
What?
Oh, it just came to me who said that. It was Bradbury, the famous Olympian philosopher. I'm right, right?
Correct. Very well done, Elise.
You don't find Bradbury to be too much of a bleeding heart?
Oh, very much so. But maintaining compassion in a harsh world may be the ultimate test of fortitude. Incidentally, the science of happiness is my favorite of Bradbury's works.
Ah, yes. The source of that quote.
Wow.
What's that, Sonny? How'd your fill of philosophical debate today?
What a cute kitty.
He's my dearest friend. Come, Sonny. Let's go home.
It was an honor to speak with you.
Ludgar, did you see that?
Apparently, Chancellor Marcia's dearest friend is the divergence catalyst in this dimension.
After that kitty!
They may be bound for a train. Let's follow them to the station.
Rowen, your conversation was really interesting back there.
The science of joy is my favorite of Bradbury's works.
That's only the merest hint of how many levels a geezer like me operates on. Nor should you, my dear Ludgar. But still, you mustn't praise me so. It makes my beard itch.
You're amazing, Rowen. How can you be so wise and so handsome?
And what a stylish dresser, but with an air of mystery.
Oh, please, come now. That's quite enough.
You're so witty.
That's just one more thing we love about you.
Does it make you proud of yourselves to pick on a defenseless old man?
And after he heard my paraphrasing, he followed up with the exact Bradbury quote.
Huh. How perceptive of him.
It stopped me dead in my tracks. His eyes were so wise, yet I couldn't help but notice he had an air of loneliness about him, too.
Why, Marcia, I don't recall you ever gushing this much about another human. I always knew I could never be enough for you.
Oh, rubbish. Don't talk like that. I can't rely on others. People are so selfish. That's why I'm so glad I have you.
Nevertheless.
Anyhow, I have to go. Your outline is just perfect for my next speech. As always, I can't thank you enough for your counsel.
Thank you, and good luck.
The car seems to be empty.
It's Chancellor Marcia's cat.
So this is the divergence catalyst. The thought troubles me as well, and I'm not even a cat person. Nevertheless...
You people lost or something?
What?
No way!
You've been eavesdropping on us, haven't you?
How is this possible?
Wait just a minute.
How come you can talk?
An ironic question coming from a toy, don't you think? You, of all things, should know the answer.
Be careful, everyone.
Ah, now I see. So you've come to kill me. I'm afraid that's not going to happen.
What just happened? Watch out, everyone! It's stealing Ludgar's style!
And it spoke as well.
Now it stole my style!
Guardian
but I've got a punch!
Oh, I don't feel good.
Guardian field!
Power swing! Dual walk! Extension!
Well played.
Please provide support.
All out of energy.
I'm sorry, Marcia, but this is for the best.
No more fighting, Mr. Kitty.
We had to do it, but I still feel sad.
For the act of spreading joy is the greatest joy of all, and may all your sorrows be my sorrows. Elise, truly, you are kind of heart. I feel more enlightened.
I see. Yes. So you must be the human gentleman that Marcia spoke of. Please, I ask of you, when I'm gone, promise that you'll be there for her. Please do this for me.
Hey, what did that cat mean when he said Elise should know how he could talk?
Perhaps the cat experienced some sort of enhanced cognitive capacity. This sort of thing can happen during booster experiments on animals, for example.
For real?
A booster could do that?
Maybe Rolo can talk.
Meow.
I'm more concerned about something else he said. I have met the woman several times over the last year, and I did sense a certain loneliness about her. It is quite possible that the Marcia of our dimension is in a similar situation.
True. The prime dimension and fractured dimensions are usually kinda similar.
If the prime Marcia feels the same as her fracture counterpart, then her dream for the future seems quite similar to ours.
That would be great news.
Yeah,
Perhaps this knowledge will grant us the opportunity to open a dialogue with her. Oh, you flatter me. I'm just doing what anyone else would do. After all, the future of millions hangs in the balance. Until Marksburg can fulfill every facet of its purpose as a bridge between the two realms, this old fogey will still have work to do. You are quite an ace with those backflips. But aren't those hard on your back? Here, allow me to apply a little cold compress to head off any swelling.